Awesome. So we are live. Welcome to my webinar. Thank you so much for being here. Some of you have started to introduce yourself and tell us where you're from. That would be great. We always like to introduce ourselves so we can see where around the world we are coming from, where we're listening in from. Right now, I'm sitting in Vancouver, British Columbia. I spend half of my year up here in my off season, actually a little more than half. This is where I call home for the most part. And however, I'm American, I'm from the US, and I run my business completely from the US. And I don't do any sort of business in Canada, actually. So, where are you guys from? We got Gary's here. We have Dexter from Decatur, Georgia. I've done a show in Decatur, Georgia. I used to do stuff in Atlanta. We have Greg here. Not sure where you guys are from yet. So introduce yourselves. We have Rich here. Where are you guys from? It's always fun to see where everyone's from. And there's still people coming in. So I'm going to get started here. So again, welcome. My name is Josh Lang. This is my live webinar. And today, it looks like you guys might all be new, but sometimes we have people who come in and have already seen my presentations. Today, this is a two-part webinar that I'm doing. The first part is focused around my brand new Business Concession Mastery Club that I'm starting on April 1st. It's hitting the market. It's starting. It's brand new. It's being launched here in about a week. And it's pretty exciting. I've spent a lot of time and energy building it, making it as best that I possibly can, and still continuing to build and make it awesome for you guys. So I'm going to be talking about that in the very first part of this, and this is focused really around a live Q&A. So I encourage you guys to think up some questions that you have. If you don't have any right away, no problem. I can answer questions as we go. So today's style is going to be really more about answering your questions along with my presentation. And the second part of my presentation will be all about it'll be focused more around the lemonade style of the concession business, and my company, Just Squeeze Juice, which is how we started. And I'm going to tell you my story and get into actually showing you some cool stuff that you can use right away. And then I'll be telling you about some of the options that I offer you guys as far as further advanced training for you guys. But there's plenty of free stuff on here for you to learn. So if you're just observing and checking me out for the first time, awesome, no worries. And I want to be able to give you guys some resources and learn the opportunity for you guys to learn. So, all right, looks like whoever's going to be late to this training is their loss. And thank you guys for being here. If you ever want to, if you come in or you've just come in, I see a few people that just came in. Let us know where you're from and what your name is. That'd be awesome. So let's get rolling. So Q&A, yes, I just went in. That's what this first part is all about. So if you have questions, start firing away. If you have no idea what to ask it, no worries. Hopefully I'll trigger some questions for you and as we go. So my lifestyle business creation is basically really what this is all about. So what does that mean? My concession business started back in 1998 with Just Squeeze Juice. And at the time, I was just trying to fulfill a certain type of lifestyle. So I really, I was a young guy. I was only 22 and I really didn't know what the heck I was doing. All I was trying to do is I was focused on creating time off so that I could ski and snowboard and have my winters for free, or free time rather, and not have to work. So this whole entire training that's developed over the years is really like, people think that I'm in the, lemonade business. I was doing a coaching call the other day and we started talking about, my businesses and all the different concession concepts that we have and that we run. And what my client basically came to is he's like, man, you don't even have like a lemonade business per se. It's just a lifestyle business. And that's exactly on target. That's exactly what we run. We run a business that is based around working smart and as little as possible so that we can maximize our sales, bring in still a tremendous amount of money, but in a really short amount of time, because my company culture, our values are all about living a certain type of lifestyle. And what that lifestyle is for us is about having time to do what we want to do. So I tell you guys, no matter what your situation is, if you're someone who owns a business and currently owns a concession business or whatever kind of business and wants to learn how to do that so that you can create more time, great. You found a team of people who can help you. And if you're someone in a business, or not a business, if you're someone in a job who is trying to break out free from your job and create a business, then we are here and you found the right people to help you. All right. So that's why we're here. That's why I've created this. And that's what I'm pretty darn passionate about right now in my life is really directing and helping and guiding people to create that lifestyle business. Okay. So I'm asking you right now, and you guys, just the more interactive you are, the better this can be. So if you guys would answer my questions, it's cooler, it's more fun. I prefer it. It's way more interesting when we can interact a little bit. So when I ask you guys questions, just go to the question box on the right there in the control panel and type in your answer. Okay. So my first question to you guys is, are you already in this business? Are you already in a concession business right now? Do you have a business? Or are you wanting to create a concession business? So please, share with us so that we can interact a little bit. That's more fun. All right, so moving along. Again, right now we're focused. I see some more people who are coming in a little bit late, but right now I'm talking about our Concession Business Mastery Club, which is starting on April 1st. It's brand new and it's pretty amazing. I spent the last year actually creating it and making it what it is. And it's all about focus. Okay, and I'm going to kind of show you more as we go along here what you're going to learn. But the key to mastery, right? It's called mastery for a reason. Okay? So cool. I'm just looking, I'm seeing some questions come in here. We got I'm just going to introduce and I'm going to get back into it. We got Gary and Angie from North Carolina. Welcome, you guys. Glad you're here. We have Rich, and he's in New York City. We have Greg, who's in Massachusetts. I was born in Massachusetts, in Andover, Massachusetts. I grew up there until I was 8 years old, and actually West Newbury, so welcome. Greg asked a question here. I'll get to it. Greg saying, noticed no success stories on your site from others. I'm sure there are some. Can you tell us about them? Yeah, actually, I have some testimonials in this very presentation that I'll show you. So, and I'm, adding those in. I realized that I didn't share enough of that. He's not in the concession business yet, says Greg. He's looking to get into it. Awesome. Gary, yes, I'm wanting to ramp up the music festivals. Perfect, Gary. Hey, Gary, you've been on this presentation before. Welcome back. And Rich wants to create a new business. Awesome, man. We're here to help you. So thanks for being interactive, you guys. And the more you can be interactive, the better this is all going to be. So back to what I was saying. The Mastery Club that I've created is all about focus. What I've noticed in my life and in my career is that for example, I've gone through a real, evolution, as we all normally do. But when I was young, I was just head down and going for it as hard as I possibly could. And, for a lot of things, for sports and for this business. And what did I learn from that? Well, I learned a lot of hard lessons that way. I was never afraid to go for things and try and step out and try things. But man, I learned some hard lessons that way. And what I've learned through my evolution, hopefully for you guys, is how to work a hell of a lot smarter, okay? And how to free up more time. So instead of just chasing stuff around, putting our heads down and pounding the pavement, so to speak, we have created a much smarter system so that we don't have to work so hard, and we're creating way more money now because of it. Okay, so that's what I teach you guys in this mastery club, is how to focus on one thing at a time. Okay, so no matter where you are in the business, brand new or already a veteran in this business, if you're listening to me, then you're probably needing to learn some things and to improve it. That's my guess, and that's great. So we focus on one element at a time from where I think are the most important parts, no matter where you are. Okay, so each module, and just so you guys know, if this is the first time that you've heard of me even speaking about this stuff at all, the way that we do the Concession Business Mastery Club is we release it over a year, one full year, which some people are already like, not a lot of people, but some people are like, oh man, a year, I have to wait a whole year to get all this stuff. Well, yeah, it's super intentional. The intention is that, we live in a time right now. Actually, it's probably always been like this, but I just notice it because of where I am in business. Everyone wants everything right away, and they kind of want that magic button they can push and just kind of be given the answers. And then guess what? It doesn't work. That's just the reality. Like, if you think that's going to work, well, it's not really going to work. I don't want to trick anyone to thinking that's how things are, because it's just not. Things take time. And this mastery club is called that for a reason. I actually want you guys to master this stuff and actually become professionals at this stuff and actually make a bunch of money, right? And actually build real businesses that are sustainable and go for years and years into the future. So we've been in business 18 years already. So 18 years, they've gone by incredibly fast, but obviously we've learned a lot, and we've built the business from, really tiny to really large. So we are a great example of how to actually pull it off with everything that we've done. Okay. So the focus is super intentional. I release one module at a time, and each module has a really, I don't want to say intense, because people get scared by that stuff, but it's very, it's filled with the exact perfect amount of information you need for your business to step it up, to grow, right? This is all about growth and mastery. Okay, and so on the first of each month, you get a module where you learn the new content for the month. And again, it starts in April and it goes for 12 full months. And then on the 15th of each month, we do a live class. Okay, so we do a live class, and we get on a presentation like this, and it's a little more personal because I encourage you guys to turn on your cameras and we can actually talk to each other. I turn on my camera and we talk as if we're in a classroom. And we go through the module, we go through the training, and we talk about everything. And you ask me the questions that you're needing help with. And we also go, we put people in, what you could call a hot seat. So let's just say that Rich is, starting his business, and he's at a certain part where, Greg isn't. We can focus on Rich for a little while and talk about something that he might need help with right away for an event that he might have coming up in a couple of weeks. So this is the chance when we do our live class situation halfway through the month, where you can actually skip ahead and, I'm not going to say, hey, I'm not going to talk about that right now. I will talk about whatever you guys need. So that's the cool part, is it's real interactive. And here are a couple here are just some of the things that we go into. In the beginning, it's all about planning for your event. So actually getting into these events, right? So if you guys go and check out my website, justsqueezejuice.com, which is more than likely how you found me, you'll see if you click on the history of events, you'll see that we've been in a lot of different shows, and there's only some of the shows that we've been in listed there, but we've been in a lot of great stuff. So I figured out how to get into these shows, right? Which is not easy, but that's like a strategy, and it's also something that you need to know no matter where you are in your business. Unless you're super set, like I feel like we are, we're not really looking for any shows anymore, right? But that's taken some time to get there. So I teach you how I did it. Okay, so it's all about, so the very first thing that you learn that we, again, focus on is how to get into these events and what that means, like how I've done it. Because I have a pretty awesome, structured strategy behind that, so that I've created through the years. Okay, and it's worked for us. That's why we are where we are. So we go into the event planning, and then we also hear some other things, and you guys have probably already skipped ahead and read it, because that's what we do as humans, we read. So we go into at event techniques. Okay, so when we're actually at these events, if you guys have ever seen us in action, we have the biggest lines almost always at our festivals. So why is that? Okay, it's not just because we're lucky, it's because we have techniques and we have strategies. So we go into that. I teach you guys everything that I've done through my entire career. Okay, because this for me it's a training school. It's to spread my success with others. That's why I've done it. I'm not looking for more shows, so I don't feel like I'm cutting into to create more competition for myself. I want to create more success stories and create a training school. That's what my focus is around today. In case you're wondering why I'm sharing my success, which some people do wonder. So yeah, we go at event techniques, post event strategies. What does that mean? Just to give you an idea, it means starting to build relationships. So post event strategies also means how to start to use the power of today's social media aspect of marketing. So how to create Facebook pages and business pages, and use Twitter and use videos and all that kind of stuff. So there's a lot of stuff that's actually pretty fun that you can do, and you can even hire younger people if you're worried about doing it all on your own. We also know how to do that, because that's what we do. Okay, so we share those kinds of strategies too. And again, this is all about business growth, right? Hiring and team building. Okay, so we focus and teach you guys how to hire, and we actually share with you our exact templates of how we hire, how we write, the copy that we use. And, again, I don't really hold back. I share with you guys everything, because I just don't see the point in being afraid of you using my stuff. I want you to use my stuff. I want you to learn how we're doing it. Okay, and team building, the importance of team building, and building a company culture. What does that mean? Company culture just means like how you decide to, actually the people you decide to hire, maybe what you're interested in. So the type of people or the type of person you are, because we're all different. So building a company culture that people are attracted to. So why people are getting in your line? Why are they attracted to your customers and I'm not your customers, your employees, right? So if you ever have gone to a cool cafe where you're like, these people are really neat, like they're so friendly. Well, that's what a company culture is, and that's what we teach you how to also build and incorporate into your business, because I think it's really important. Okay, we've done it, and it is, I would say, an incredibly important part of building a really awesome company. Okay, I really do. I think it's important. So marketing importance and strategy. So marketing, a lot of people in this industry just kind of are doing plain sort of sales, right? It's plain, just normal, all what everyone else does type of sales. What does that mean? It just means like I don't, for example, just sell lemonade, although we do sell lemonade and we sell it extremely well. We think of marketing strategies again to get more people to buy more of our stuff and upsell people on a bigger priced product. Okay. And that's where we've actually found our wealth, our richness in our business is through these marketing strategies and ideas that we've tested and implemented into all of my different concession concepts. And I share again those with you guys, and I help you on our live stuff. We help develop new ones for you guys. So if you're trying to think of one, then we brainstorm and we help you think of new strategies. That's something that I feel like I was blessed with, is some kind of marketing uh, know-how just naturally. I don't know why. I just feel like I got lucky with that, but I'm good at that stuff. I love that stuff. I love thinking of ideas, and I'm pretty good at thinking up ideas. So that's something that we help you guys with. Of course, we go into how to double your sales. That's our big kind of hook, if you will, for our lemonade program. Is that's a no BS thing. Like, we've done it time and time again. We've done it for ourselves, and now we're doing it for our customers, is showing you guys how to double your sales. So again, that's has to do with marketing strategies and different offers that you offer your customers and your products, and how to do all that. So of course, business relationship building is very important. We go into it, and how to expand your business. So if you're someone who wants to expand like we have, we again show you how we've done it. Okay? And really so much more. And I create new stuff all the time. I have the whole 12 months already planned out, ready to go for you guys. However, I always add more stuff in as I go. So when I learn new strategies in my business, I add it in. Okay. And I'm always sharing what's working right now today with you guys. Okay, because we're still in business. We still run huge festivals. We're still very much in this business. So let me make sure that I haven't missed any questions. I'm going to go. Dexter's saying this will be my 4th year in the lemonade and concession business, looking to expand and get into more events. Awesome. That's perfect for what I just explained as far as this concession business mastery club, or my lemonade program, which I'll talk about in the second part of this presentation. So awesome, Dexter. Whoops. Let me just check, make sure there's no other questions. So yeah, so back to this mastery club, community and partnerships. I've put a huge focus around being part of something bigger. So we're all kind of these, I don't know if you ever heard of this word, but soulpreneurs. So what is a soulpreneur? A soulpreneur is a dude that's all on his own. Okay, like me, I've been all on my own for so many years. Before I built these teams and crew of people, and my built my company and hired and brought in all these amazing managers that are really now a part of my business and a part of my, we've kind of created this mini community. And what this training is all about, my vision, if you will, is creating a much bigger community and creating the possibility of partnerships together. Okay, so that we can, again, work smart and that we can help each other. All of us are in different parts of the country and in different parts of the world. So there's no need to be worried about, the guy down the road who's also although maybe there could be that situation where the guy down the road's also in the club, but there's a chance that he's doing something else. And it's actually very unlikely that that's the situation where there is a guy down the road. But the idea is we want to be able to go. This club is about the power of brainstorming, right? Being able to work with each other and help each other think of really great ways to make your business better. Helping each other, in my opinion, is building better and more successful businesses, and a heck of a lot faster. Okay, and I mentioned here, that you've probably already read. If there is ever something missing from the program that you want, you're like, hey, Josh, I really need to learn how to do this. I'd noticed that it's not in there. Well, no problem. I create it for you. Okay. Very cool thing about this Mastery Club and anything that I actually released to you guys, especially this Master Club, it's in a membership site. You get a login, you get a username, and you get a login, and you go in there and you have access to it forever, for life. So as I add to it, as I make it better, as I build it and make it even better and better over the years, you get access to it. You get to see all the new cutting edge stuff that we're doing. And again, the idea is that we're trying to make you guys into one of the best operators in the industry, no matter where you are in the country or in the world. I want to make you one of the very best operators and get to the top of the industry if that's what you want. If you want to just stay on a smaller level and make good money and stay under the radar and all that kind of stuff, no worries. No problem. All this is going to help you build an extraordinary company. So what questions do you guys have for me right now? Do you have any questions? I believe me, I've got plenty to talk about. So I can zip through the next part of the training. Again, if you guys got on this late, is going to be focused around my Just Squeeze company and how I've built out all my concession businesses. And I'm going to actually give you some resources and show you a bunch of stuff. And I'm going to actually go through it a little faster than normal. So I'm about to get into that pretty quick here. So if you guys don't have any questions for me, then we'll go ahead and get into that. So if you guys are, for some reason, like I think Gary, you've been on this. Gary, if you've already seen my other presentation, here's your chance to go ahead and go and join right away for this Mastery Club. You just go to justsqueezjuice.com/CBMC, stands for Concession Business Mastery Club. Okay. And again, you guys stick around. I have some really awesome stuff, and I'm giving away some free bonus stuff. But just for those of you who might not want to see the presentation that I'm about to dive into, there's your chance to sign up. First 30 days is actually free. So that's an amazing thing that I was only offering for people who bought one of my previous programs, my Lemonade GoPro program. But today, I'm offering that to anyone who's on the webinar right now. So you can sign up for the Concession Business Mastery Club for free for the first 30 days. And the price, if you're wondering, goes to $167 per month for the remaining 11 months. Okay, so I try to keep it affordable per month so that you didn't have to come up with a chunk of change. And believe me that it's well worth the investment. Okay, so let's dive in and please stick around. I've got some cool stuff and I'm going to show you. Let's dive into it right now. I'm going to make sure there's no questions. I just got to, this question box is funny. You actually got to click on it. Yep, Greg asked the cost of Mastery Club. So now I've answered that. $167 a month for, normally it's 12 months, but you get the first month free. So for 11 months. Oh, and that's an important thing to bring up. You guys you're not obligated to stay in there for 11 months. So if you get in there for 1 month, or 2 or 3 or 4 months, and you're like, all right, I want to put this on hold, or I'm good, then you can stop your membership. That's not a problem at all. Okay. And however, there's so much awesome content in there that will really truly build your business to, the focus is really to get you to 6 figures. Okay. Like we have done my second year in business, we had reached 6 figures. It was just under 6 figures. We had gotten to the $90,000 range second year in business, which at the time I almost feel like it was lucky looking back on it. And by our third, we were well into our six figures. And then we've since gone into multiple six figures. And we continue to build and build and build. So again, it's really exactly what I've done. And I basically want you to copy my success. Okay, that's what it's all about. So here we go. I'm diving into the normal training. You are in the right place if you're in the concession business already, but you want to master it, perhaps with a desire to add lemonade to your operation and learn how to double your sales. Okay, lemonade is a very powerful product. So two, you're wanting to add another food concept to run simultaneously, and take your operation to the next level. So what that means is that maybe you already have a hot dog stand and you want to add a whole separate lemonade stand, or a coffee stand, or a hamburger stand, or whatever. It doesn't matter. Three, you're newbie who wants to break into the world of food and beverage and become a vendor at festivals and skip the beginner phase and go straight to the top, which is, of course, a heck of a lot better way to do it than the normal 10 or so years it takes to really get good at something. So here's exactly what we're going to cover during this training. Number one, what it takes to excel in this business. Number two, how to research and get into the best events. Number three, your individual business plan. Number four, the system needed. Number five, the goods required. Number six, how to start. And number seven, the operation. So stay with me here, guys. Focus on what I'm talking with you about. Turn off your cell phones. Don't look at Facebook. And you'll probably actually learn something that can help your business right now. And those of you who stick around, I'm going to give away a free design awesome signs and menus training that I did. Show you guys how to create better signs and menus with some free online tools. And I'll show you, actually, it's a training on showing you how I do it. Okay. All right. So stick around. And a second free bonus that I'm doing for those of you who decide to buy my GoPro Lemonade system today at the end, I'm giving away a free 30-minute coaching session with me, which people seem to get a lot of value out of. Because we kind of set everything in motion. We get you guys moving, and I, basically steer you in the direction and start to help you focus on what you need to focus on. And let me also mention that my prices, today is the last day of the prices that I'm going to offer. I'm giving you guys, actually, at the very end, I'm giving you a promo code where you can save $100 today. And that's today is the last day for that. It's going back to normal prices. You can go to my website and buy it in any day of the week. It's always up there. But today I'm giving a discount. And today is the last day. Prices are going back to normal. So, okay, 700 billion people live on this planet. So looks like most of us today are on the training are in North America, and actually everyone on the training today is actually in the US. So 300 million people live in the US, and there are thousands and thousands of festivals. Okay, there's so much opportunity in this business. It is $1 billion industry. People go to festivals like crazy in the summertime, and they spend a lot of money. They love it. People love the culture of festivals. This is a picture of one of our festivals. It's a one-day event that we do in Albuquerque, New Mexico. It's called the Freedom 4th of July event. And that's one of our lines. We actually have two locations at this event, two exact locations. And you can see how huge that line is. And we'll bring in a 3 to 4 hour period. We'll bring in for both locations, we'll bring in around $5,000 to $6,000 per location, which is pretty good money for a short day, right? We're actually there all day. We're there all day, but our actual busy time is from like 6:30 till 9:30 at night. It's kind of a weird, crazy. 4th of July is one of those weird, crazy, huge days where you can make a ton of money in a short amount of time. So just to give you guys some ideas of actual potential, um, uh, some of you, one of my trainings recently, a guy said, "Dude, that sounds like not possible. How do you pull that kind of money in that short of time?" He was saying he owns actually a lemonade stand, and the most he's ever made is $1,600 in a day. And I can totally relate with him because that's where I once was, right? But I figured out how to maximize my sales through techniques and through upsells and through getting more money per customer so that our sales can quite literally double, triple, or even in this case, quadruple. Okay, so it's real stuff. So again, my name is Josh Lang. I'm the owner of Just Squeezed. Started the company back in 1998 when I was 22 years old. And here are some of the concession concepts that I currently own. Some of you might only real or think that we own Just Squeezed, but we own a bunch of different stuff. So Just Squeezed is our number one thing. Our number two thing is Just Brewed. It's our coffee business that's doing extremely well right now, and we're in some really huge festivals with. And another concept that we run is called Just Tossed. It's an organic salad business, which is pretty neat. We have a kettle corn business called Just Popped, and we also have a sausage business called Just Sausage. And I have a few other concepts too that I run sometimes. So the cool part about all the stuff that I teach and train you guys is how to use the power of different brands and to help you get into shows. That's kind of a little pointer for you guys right now is a lot of people, a lot of the time people are saying like, I'm worried, am I going to be able to get into a show with lemonade? Because it seems like they already have a lemonade guy. Well, again, all my stuff is all about strategies and techniques to get into festivals. And sometimes you have to create a side brand like Just Tossed. Let me give you a very quick example. Just Tossed is not a business that I ever thought I would create. However, I really wanted to get into a festival called Coachella. It's a Coachella music festival. I tried to get into that festival with Just Squeezed Juice for about 5 years with total fail. I couldn't get in because they already had a lemonade guy. So I tried to switch up my technique and I created Just Tossed, and I also had Just Brewed at the time, but I hadn't even ever had Just Tossed anywhere before, but I created it, applied with Just Tossed organic salads, and applied with my Just Brewed coffee, and we got in. Okay, that's an example of being creative and thinking outside the box and being willing to create a side brand to then get in your other brands in the future. So my plan is to one day get Just Squeezed in there. I still don't have it in there, but we do have our Just Brewed, which does so amazingly well, just as good as our Just Squeezed would do there. So we've created a really awesome possibility for ourselves, or not even a possibility, a reality for ourselves, okay, by using that sort of technique. And I teach you guys how to do that. Okay, so yes, my first stand, that's my first ever lemonade cart that I built back in 1998. That's the first version on the top right, and that's the second version when all I did was built the second cart. So I built that first cart with $100. You can see I painted all my own signs. So if you're brand new in the business and you're worried about how much is this business going to cost me to get into, well, it not very much. If you want to stay on the cheap, I teach you ways, or I share with you ways how to keep everything on the cheap. So I actually have within my training, I actually have a 1-hour video showing you step by step how to build a cart for around $100. Okay, and we go to the lumber yard. I show you everything, every single step, and I build it with you so you can watch the video and you can just follow along and build it with me. So there are ways to keep things on the cheap. I encourage people not to spend a bunch of money. That's how I've done it. I still keep my operation, as on the cheap as possible so that our profits are at absolute maximum. Although our stuff is pretty nice these days, but I am good at keeping things affordable. So really, really quickly about who I am in case you've never seen me before. Um, I am a guy who started the business because at the time I was a aspiring professional snowboarder. Luckily I pulled that off, but my whole life was revolved around the winters, and I created it to still have winters off. So in the very beginning, that's what it was all about for me, and it continued to be about having this freedom to live my dream life. Okay, so this business has done that for me. I've been able to spend, my off seasons in places like Switzerland. I lived in Switzerland for a few winters. As you know, like I said in the beginning, I'm sitting in British Columbia right now. I'm a guy who loves mountains, and I love to ski, and I love to have time off to do what I want to do. I love to explore the world. Here's a picture of me doing a Transalp mountain bike tour from Switzerland over to Italy. This business has given me a lot of opportunity to make money and then be able to disappear for a month or two. Okay, and even now, in our full season or in our summer season, we've gotten to a point where we have even really good amount of time during our summer season. Now, that takes some time to get to, but that's what we again go into for you guys, because it's all about creating time. So of course, creating the freedom to travel, which I love to do. I'm just sharing with you guys what I love to do. This is about inspiring you. So if you're like someone who's like, oh, I don't want to go and travel around the world, that's cool. Man, I want you to have time with your family or play music or do whatever you want to do. So if you want to travel too, awesome. I'm just showing you that there are possibilities. The big thing is it gives you time. If you learn how to do something, if you learn how to master something, whether it's the lemonade business or a coffee business or any concession business, and you get good at it and you start to create money in it, it can create time for you. So it's given me time. This is my girlfriend and I in Vancouver. I'm able to spend a huge amount of time with her and live this life that I want to live. So that's what it's all about for me. And that's what it's all about for wanting to, for you. That's what it is for. That's why I want to do this for you guys. I don't know why I'm having a hard time saying that, but that's why I've created this, so that I can help you guys create that in your life. I absolutely know this business inside and out. If there's anything I know in this world, I know the concession festival world really, really well. We have done hundreds and hundreds of shows, and we've generated millions of dollars just with our lemonade alone. And, we've generated hundreds of thousands of dollars with all of our other concepts too. So from, especially again, like I'm pretty excited about our coffee business because it's doing so well. And we teach you guys how to do, if you're someone who's trying to look for a concept, if you buy that GoPro Lemonade program from me today at the end, and that's something we can talk about in our first coaching call is, okay, let's decide what should you do. Let's help you decide on a concession concept that I could steer you into where I think that there's really great possibility for you. Okay. So let's go ahead and dive into some of the content here. So number one, what it takes to excel in this business and grow. So what is your idea of success? Go ahead and type it in. What's your idea of success? What is your idea of success? I'm going to go through some of the questions that I've missed while I've been talking. Dexter's saying all of the events I've done have been local. What gave the courage to go abroad to do events away from your general local area? Okay. For me, I've just been someone who kind of I haven't been very fearful of doing things. I can understand the fear in trying to branch out and spend extra money and take that chance. I was my first show that I branched out with was in 1999. I applied to get into the Woodstock 99, the 30-year reunion, and I got in. Okay, I got in. I was I was I was young and I was dumb, but I had the courage, right? I had the cojones to go for it, right? At that time, that show was $5,000, right? And I didn't like that was scary as hell for me to think, oh my God, 5 grand. But I just came up with the money. I borrowed the money. Actually, I didn't have the money. I borrowed the money. I think I had half the money, and I went for it. And that was, I'll tell you what, being willing to go for stuff, especially if I don't encourage you to blindly go for things, but if you can get if, like, for example, we teach you how to do stuff a lot smarter now, right? So like I said before, I kind of blindly went for stuff and learned some hard lessons that way. But that particular event that we did, Woodstock, that was a heck of an experience. I mean, you won't even believe what I'm about to tell you, but that was it was a 4-day show, but it got knocked down to 3 days because I don't know if you guys ever paid attention to that. It was in Rome, New York, and there was a huge um why am I forgetting? People were oh man, I can't think of the word that I'm trying to people went crazy at the event on the last day, and they started burning stuff, and so the show got shut down. For some reason, I can't think of the word that I'm trying to say. Sorry about that. But in 3 days, the 3 days before all of the craziness started, we brought in $43,000 with one single lemonade stand. And that was my introduction to, sorry, I'm about to swear, but holy shit, like there is some crazy money to be made in this business. And I always look back on that time. If I knew what I know now, and because we would have run probably 3 or 4 or 5 different lemonade stands with the system we use today, we would have made like $500,000 at that show, and or more. Like, it's crazy the amount of money that was made for not knowing what the heck we were doing. So that's a very special example for one lemonade stand. Although today we do huge shows and we bring in 6 figures in one single show. Typically not with just one location though. Okay, one location does not typically bring in that much money. So let me go into a couple. Oh, cool, man. Let's see. Going through some more questions. Ann Tucker, welcome, Ann. Ann saying, I live in Bermuda, which is only 22 miles long. Yeah, Bermuda. I've been to Bermuda. I was there when I was a kid. So I don't know are there festivals there, Ann? I'm sure there are. Everywhere there's festivals. So go ahead and if you have any other questions, Ann, go ahead and ask them. But welcome to our presentation, and thanks for being here. And that's awesome. It's the first time anyone from Bermuda's been with me. So let's go into what it takes to excel in this business and grow. Okay, so if you guys want to answer what, I'm asking you, what is your idea of success? Is it money? Is it time? What's your idea of success? So I started with my first cart. This is a version of our second cart. And then, this is all about how to start smaller. And if you're already here, how to build. Okay, so this is the natural progression, how to build a cheaper cart and how to build a nicer cart and then how to build a stand. Okay, so how to grow. Here are the things that I think. So what does it take to excel in this business? I think in this business, it takes a strong work ethic. Okay, this is not the simplest business in the world. I'm going to be straight with you. You can't just sit around and be lazy. You got to work. especially if you want to make good money. And, especially in the beginning, if you're really good at creating a crews or team, we call them crews or our teams, employees. If you're really good at that, then you don't have to work as hard. But in the beginning, you're going to still have to work hard. So you have to have a strong work ethic. You have to have belief in yourself that you can actually pull this off. And you have to be motivated to succeed. So yes, choosing the right employees will be essential to the success of your business and your brand. That's something that I've gotten good over time. Not saying I was good at that in the beginning, because you know what? I wasn't. It was a disaster. I've hired some crazy people, and I've had people steal from me. I've had people go crazy, and that it's a learning curve. But we finally got to a point where we're really good at it, and we know how to attract the right people, and that is a key part. Now, if you're thinking, I really don't want to hire anyone, I just want to run this on my own, cool, no problem. That's how I started in the first year. I was totally on my own, and then I started recruiting my friends at the time, and then I recruited sometimes my family a little bit, mostly only when I was totally desperate and because I didn't want to bother them, but of course they were always there for me. And then I figured out how to start hiring people, okay? So this is all about planning well and hiring well. Like if you can plan well, then you can do well. And if you can, again, hire, as you start to grow, if you can learn how to hire well, like I was just talking about, then you can do really well. Okay. And something else is understanding how to move a line. Okay. So you'll do really well in this business if you understand how to move a line. This is our one of our festivals, Coachella, that I was talking about earlier, Coachella Music Festival. That's one of our coffee stands, and that's our line right there. We know how to move lines. We're good at moving lines. We know how to set up the operation so that it makes sense with the flow, because everything is about a flow, and everything is about moving that line really, really fast so that you can maximize your sales. This particular show, we bring in upwards of $8,000 a day. With our coffee business and our salad business, we'll bring in around $3,000 to $4,000 a day with our coffee business. So it does really, really well. Being organized always helps. It's taken me a lot of time to get organized with my business. Wasn't organized at all in the beginning, but now we're finally at a really great point of organization. So we help you with that. And following a proven system is recommended. Of course, you guys, you can go out there and do all this on your own. You absolutely can do that. Yes, I did it, but it's going to take you a lot more time, and there's a chance that you're going to fail. That's just the reality. So there is a chance that you're going to fail. So let's go into number 2, how to research and get into the best events. Okay, this is probably the most interesting thing for you guys to hear today. For you guys right now, no matter where you are in the business, I'm going to give you some resources right now, okay? So my question to you right now, if you want to answer in the question box, how are you finding events right now? How are you doing it? So how are you finding events right now? I'm going to go and answer some questions here. Dexter's saying, and thanks, sometimes I'm going to be behind the ball here, but Dexter says success for him is being able to replace his income and grow to the point where I can work half the year and play the rest. Awesome. That's why I've created this stuff. You guys have probably seen me say it over and over and over. My whole thing is teaching you guys how to work half the year. Half the year. That's our focus right from the beginning. How can I make the same amount of money? So goal number 1 is whatever your income is, Dexter, right now. Here's what I think. This is just a really quick side note of business in general. Whatever you make, it doesn't matter. Okay? Well, it does actually matter. If you're already a millionaire, then you're not going to match this. You're not going to match it with this style of business right off the bat, although you will over time. But Dexter, just as an example, let's just say you make right now $40,000 a year. I'm just throwing that out there and guessing. I have no idea what you make. I have no idea what you do. So you are already in a mindset of making $40,000 a year. You're already programmed yourself to know how to do that. This is a weird like psychological thing that we do as humans, but I'm telling you right now, this is true. Because it took me a while to figure out how to break from just making $100,000 a year to how to make hundreds of thousands of dollars a year. I was stuck in this rhythm of like always making the same amount of money. Okay, so I believe that whatever income you have right now, it's I don't want to say easy, but it's a really pretty easy first goal to replace that income. So the 40 grand or whatever it is, we can replace it with this style of business. No doubt about it. Like there's so much potential in this industry. Okay, so hopefully Dexter, that was kind of helpful for you. All right, so how to research. So getting in the right festivals will be the key to your success. And if you guys are like, oh, I just want to open a location in my town, okay, no problem, cool. That's what I did in the beginning. Again, the location is going to be the key to your success. Okay, so location, like we've heard, location. Yes, it is the most important thing. And in this business, having the right foot traffic walking by you is also very, very important. Okay, so even if it's like the most spectacular location in your town, for example, but the foot traffic sucks, then it might not work. Like if there's a bunch of cars that drive through, it's not going to work. Like that's a whole different business model. Okay, so it's important to combine these things, but location is very important. So if you're just starting, start smart, start small, and then move your way up slowly and steadily. Okay, so research is key. So go to Google at the end of this training, take some notes right now. Here's just to kick your brains into gear. Here's some ideas of using keywords to start researching for festivals. You could go to Google and by the way, don't go to Google right now and miss what I'm talking about. Go to Google after, just take notes and type in awesome festivals in the USA or awesome festivals in Bermuda or awesome festivals in Canada or wherever you are, okay? Put that in the search box and then refine it to awesome festivals in Atlanta, awesome festivals in wherever you are, okay? Okay, so that's how you start to, and of course, change awesome to best festivals, and that's how you can start to use the power of Google to start finding really cool festivals. Here's a really great cheat sheet for you guys right now. Take some notes. So here are some great resources. A great festival finder. Here's some awesome festival finder websites. Fest300.com is really cool. They're all pretty well-known big festivals all around the world. Okay, so you might even find something there, Anne, in Bermuda. Fest300.com. There's really neat stuff on there. Festivalnet.com is a little more of an outdated website, but tons and tons and tons of festivals in there, like thousands and thousands. And in my training, I actually have I have a on-screen training where I step you through how to use FestivalNet. That's part of what you guys get. Okay, so that's pretty helpful. Musicalfestivaljunkies.com if you guys are thinking you want to hit up some music festivals, there's a lot of good stuff in there. Again, do a search for think about the keywords. So best festivals in the USA 2015 or best festivals in Bermuda 2015, best festivals in whatever your country is 2015 or your area, your state, okay, your province or wherever you are. Okay, so what kind of festivals do you want to do? Search Google for those types of events. Here's some examples because, don't limit yourself to just what I just told you about music festivals. That's where we've done a lot of music festivals, but don't limit yourself. We've never even touched 90% of things, right? We've never even touched it. So there's car shows, music festivals, of course, state and county fairs, which we have done. Street festivals, we've done some, but very, very little. Boat shows, never, ever done it, okay? Art shows, we've done some. Specialty markets, home shows, I've done one. Sporting fields, I've never done. And the list goes on and on. So why I'm saying I've never done it, that means there's potential for you guys to do so many different parts, so many different opportunities, and so many different areas of events. Okay, so think creatively. What do you already like to do? Where do you already go? What do you do as a family or whatever? So think like that. This map is actually available on the fest300.com. So go ahead and check that out. And it actually maps out and shows you some cool, again, these are pretty well-known festivals. Some of them might be harder to get into in the very beginning, but over time, we teach you how to do this stuff, how to get into this stuff. But you have to develop yourself as a business person to be able to to be able to get into the really great stuff. But right off the bat, we teach you and we show you, and you will, I believe, get into small to medium stuff and maybe big stuff if your particular thing is not there yet. But we go into how to do that. So let's go into number 3. I'm going to try to talk faster because my time is flying right now. I'm going to try to talk a little bit faster and go through this. Your individual business plan. Question right now to you guys. What is your goal? What's your goal right now? What's your goal? Do you want to start a small company? Do you want to start a medium size? Do you want to have a big company? You want to have multiple locations? What's your goal right now? What is your goal? Dexter's saying, and this is the last question, has having a social media site or website helped you get into events? Yes, for sure. A website, no doubt about it. Like, Dexter, my website is, I built my first version so many years ago by myself, and now it's more of a professional site. But it's helped me tremendously. And you know what has helped me really a tremendous amount is the videos that we've done. And we go in, I teach you guys how to start thinking like that and how to start doing those types of ways to market yourself so that you can show events who you are, what you're doing, your company culture, that kind of that goes into your company culture and shows who you guys are, because people want to work with people that they think are interesting and that are kind of cool and different. Okay, so if you can set yourselves apart from the rest of the people, that is a huge benefit. So that's a little kind of secret for you guys right now. So yeah, having a website has helped us tremendously because it paints the picture. And it shows us as professionals, and it shows that we're individually interesting. Okay, so hopefully that makes sense. No other questions. Moving right along. All right, so if you guys are right now deciding on what kind of operation you want to do, here are some ideas. You can start a cart like I did in the very beginning. Okay, and we built into having an event stand. That's all we do. We have carts and we have event stands. That's all we do right now. I recommend it. I think it's the best way to do this business. You can make the most amount of money doing it that way with this business. There's a lot of reasons behind it that I'm not going to get into right now. But it's for sure. I highly recommend carts and event stands. Event stands means like a booth or like it's under a tent, like you can see there in that picture. Of course, you can do a food truck, which is really popular these days, or you can do a concession trailer, which is also popular. It's a little simpler to set up because you just drive it in or you pull it in with a truck, but there's not a lot of expansion possibilities because it's too expensive to expand, and it's very logistically hard to expand. So you can't drive around multiple food trucks to different events and different concession trailers to different events. It becomes a nightmare. Okay, so I'm not a huge fan of those things, but you listen, if that's what you already have and that's what you want to do, that's no problem. Our training still works for those business models. I would just recommend, if you're brand new, if you're trying to figure out how to do this the best way, I recommend the carts and the event stands. Okay. So here are just some really quick photos of some of our carts that we've built over the years. This top left one I actually show you in the GoPro Lemonade system that I'm offering you guys at the end. You get the video on how to build that exact cart, and you can either put a banner on the front, or you can put your own, what I call a skin on the front. So you could put a wood slat or metal or a grass skirt or whatever. But I show you how to build that with a umbrella. Okay, for right around, this cart would cost 150 bucks. Here's some other ideas of carts that we've had through the years. Here's another cart that I built with a metal front. So it's kind of picking how you guys want your look to be. I have one of our students right now. He's building his carts, and so we talk about what kind of look, what kind of company look that you want to start your brand with. So how are you kind of starting to build your brand from the very beginning so that people are attracted to your stuff. Here's an example of the before, and I'll show you the before and after. This is when you build a business in under a tent. So this is a 10 by 20 tent, and we're about to build a business under this tent. So here we go. We built the right side. We built the lemonade stand, a 10 foot lemonade stand. So it's actually 10 by 10. And on the left side, we ran our coffee business, and we did a 10 by 10 coffee business. These are two separate businesses running with two separate groups of employees, and different registers, different businesses altogether, but they're under the same tent. So this is something that you can build into, which is really great ways to expand your business and make more money. So I recommend this style of business. It's a really great way to do it. Here's just some other examples. This is a 10 by 15 spot that we have. We run 10 feet lemonade, as you can see, and on the corner, we're running off the other side, pointing in another direction. We're running one of our iced tea concepts. So we just do a fresh brewed iced tea stand. Okay, and obviously these two work really, really well together. This is a 10 by 10. This is our most popular stand right here that we run, 10 by 10 lemonade stand, which is really great because you can save money on spot fees. Okay, again, we're all about saving money and saving you guys money. You can save money on spot fees, so you don't have to buy huge, frontage space like that. Again, that's kind of the problem with food trucks and concession trailers, is you have to pay more money because they're longer, and actually they don't make as much money either. So it's really kind of, in my opinion, not as good of a thing. So let's roll. Let's keep rolling here. The system. If you guys have any questions, every time we go to a new part, I'm going to make sure I didn't miss any questions. So Greg has a question. What if I'm limited by portability as far as size of tent, cart, and my vehicle? Yep. So I'm going to talk to you guys in a minute here about renting vehicles. And you can rent a vehicle for actually really cheap. So you just rent a truck for the day or for the weekend, and you're going to generate the money to cover it. Don't be worried about that. Trucks are pretty cheap to rent. Okay, so you can how do we do it? If you're wondering, how do we do it? We own some big trucks, and then we also rent. We still rent trucks. So I rent from Ryder because we need refrigerated trucks sometimes. So I'll rent it from them a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks at a time when we need it that long. And we have storage units. So we store everything in storage unit, in a big storage unit. And if you have a garage, obviously you can store it there. But this is just logistics, right? But don't get caught up in the logistics. It's all really easy to do. So if you're limited on portability, I recommend that you rent something, because don't be worried about that money that you have to spend on renting a truck for a day. The reality is you can rent something for as cheap as U-Haul, $20 a day. And I think they charge you some mileage, but if it's not very far away, you can do it for cheap. Okay. So that's some ideas for you, Greg. Hopefully that helps. So the system, you guys, let's go into the system. I am huge on systems. I'll talk about them all day long. That's why our business is where it is, because over time I've created my own personal system of, especially our lemonade business. It has an amazing system where we generate so much money so fast. And the reason is not behind only the product, it's also behind, again, the system. The system is how you can deliver your product quickly, which is the name of the game. So when you actually get in the right location, right, this is all goes together. So you first need to get into the right festival, and then you have to get the right location, and then you have to have the right, you know, team or whatever backing you up, or you have to know how to run your operation good yourself, and you have to have a system, right? So a system to actually be able to serve your people fast, because if you don't and you can't serve fast, then you're not going to be able to make as much money as you could. Like the guy who said, I've only made $1,600 in a day. Well, that's because he doesn't really have as good of a system in place as possible. And by the way, that guy just signed up for our mastery club. He's a really awesome guy. He's also bought our GoPro Lemonade system, and he's already excited, and it's helping him build for this coming summer his system, okay, which is really important. So my question to you guys is, you don't have to answer this, it's pretty obvious, but would you like to work less and earn more money? Of course you would, right? This is what we all want. We all want to work less and earn more money. Quick money is my idea of a successful business, so that I can maximize my profits and work as least amount as possible. And that's not because I'm lazy. That's just because I like to enjoy my life. So again, the system. First, you must build the foundation that can handle more success. Okay. So yes, I do go into this kind of stuff because it's important. If you're someone who doesn't want to listen to this part of this of business building, no problem. But it's, in my opinion, as the teacher here, I think it's important because I've developed this for myself over the years, over the 18 years that I've been in business, and before that as an athlete, and then turning into a professional athlete and being able to represent the U.S. in snowboarding, actually, which was pretty amazing opportunity. I had to develop a lot of success beliefs, how I believed in myself, my core beliefs, and then into business, money beliefs, right? So like I was saying before, and I was giving Dexter as an example of the kind of money he makes right now, he can match that because he's used to making that kind of money. Okay, I teach you how to set new goals. So, as an example of Dexter before, and I have no idea what Dexter makes, but we were saying, let's just pretend he made 40 grand. So my first goal would be, all right, Dexter, let's match that money, right? So let's get you out of your job so that you can match your 40 grand. And then what would we do next? The second year in business, or whenever he actually steps in and gets his stuff rolling, we develop these core beliefs, these success beliefs, and then these money beliefs. And then we go into the next goal, which is, all right, our next goal is how to do $80,000. Okay, so I want you to make $80,000 profits. Okay, so it's all about setting goals and then setting it into a motion so that you can actually reach these goals, and it's all realistic and it's all real. And this is what I do on a daily basis with my stuff right now, my current stuff, what I've done through the years, and what I continue to do with my businesses today, and my this business that I'm talking to you right now about, my training program. I have all of these same things that I use to create goals so that I can help more and more people, right? And create more and more money with my businesses. Okay, so it's all real stuff that I'm doing and that I'm using and that works. So it is far more than just selling product. Okay, so it just is. It's just, there's way more to it as far as being a true success. So maximizing sales is a huge thing. This is a picture of one of our products that we use that has boosted our sales in huge ways. We teach you how to use this technique in your business. Okay, and it's a really phenomenal thing. This is how we first doubled our business. This is how we first doubled our sales. And since then, it's built into sustainability that is unbelievable, and huge amounts of money um, that come on autopilot now because it's all in place. So let's go into number 5. And I'm going to just make sure that I haven't missed any questions. Looks like you guys don't have any questions. So good. Let's keep going. We're almost there. So the goods required. So the goods required are, here's some examples of what you guys actually get in the training that I'm offering you today, the GoPro Lemonade system. We've created a lot of templates for you. I have a bunch of videos in there. I have picture packs in there. So if you're brand new and you need to look like you're already in business, well, I took care of it for you. Now you look like you're in business, and you even look like you've been doing this and you're semi-pro, so that you're not just starting from scratch. Okay, so I have blueprints for you to help you guys build everything, how to hire employees, all the templates that I've used, the successful ones that I use today. I've put them into, I call them templates, so that you guys can just, fill in your business name and use the same template and change it a little bit to make it uniquely yours. And then all business stuff that you need, like profit loss, just stuff to keep you organized. Okay, recipes, obviously, for this one's specifically around lemonade. You get the refill bottle, are one of our top secret things that I was just talking about. I tell you how that all works, and all kinds of other really great stuff. Okay, it's super awesome, super valuable, but that's what goods are required. Now, if you don't buy from my program, no problem. Here are some goods that are required for you to get started. Okay, I'm letting you know. I like to share information for free too. So some goods for you guys. If you're brand new and your first time, you're like, how do I do this? And this is some basic stuff. Some of you might be like, oh man, that's super basic. But some of you might be like, oh, this is helpful. Obviously, you need a cash register. You need to hold your money, right? You need a squeezer. And of course, we're talking about the lemonade business right now, okay? You need a squeezer. You need lemons. You need cups, right? You need sugar. You need ice. You need a container to hold either water or product, or how you actually decide to sell your product, which again, we show you how to do that. And hand wash, this is also can be used for a hand wash station, and little requirements that you need to do. Okay. You're also going to need a cart. So you either need to build your own cart, or you need to buy a cart. You can buy a cart from us if you'd like. They're a little more expensive, or you can build it way cheaper. Or if you want to go straight to a stand, you can build your own stand, or you can buy a stand from us. And I encourage you to build it yourself. Save money. I really do. I encourage you guys to do that. And we show you how to do it if you buy our training. But of course, you can figure out this stuff on your own. You're all smart people, and you can figure out how to do it on your own if you decided to. Of course, you're going to need a tent. This is, again, that same example. This is an expensive event tent. You can buy them from us, or you can go out and find them on eBay, or maybe used ones on Craigslist, or you can buy a cheaper one. Some good companies are Caravan or Easy Up. You can find them at Costco or Sam's Club if you guys are in the US. Otherwise, you can find them online, again, on eBay. eBay has people sell these things. They're around $200. Okay, and by the way, the expensive ones are for a 10 by 10. I'm trying to remember. I think they're around $1,500, and a 10 by 20 goes up to $2,000. So they're more expensive, but these ones will last for a lifetime. Okay, they're really durable and really good, great event tents. And you can get different colors, any color you want. Stripes, not striped, plain, whatever. Same with these. They start white, and you can get any different color. They start at 200, and then the more expensive ones, the color ones, go up to like 400 or even 500. And you can get printed ones and all that. You can find stuff like that on eBay. Okay, so hopefully that helps you guys. Yes, we do custom fit stuff. If you guys are like, I don't really want to be in the lemonade business, no problem. Hey, we do a lot of different stuff. This is a picture of our coffee business. This is a highly successful thing that we got going right now. And we are, I'm in the middle of creating a coffee, a coffee specific program teaching people how to get in the coffee business. It's not done yet though, so you're gonna have to wait for that. But our training is general enough that you guys don't have to get caught up. Like for example, if you're like, I really want to do, I want to get in this business right now, and I want to buy, let's just say, the GoPro lemonade system. Listen, the training is the same. It's just you have to change obviously the recipes. So there's some things that would be missing, but the general stuff that you need to know, which is how to get into the events, how to pick all how to hire, all the core stuff is always going to be the same, no matter what you do, no matter what concept you do. Okay, so don't get hung up on that. If you want to get started, I recommend you getting started now. And if you buy that stuff, I'm just saying this to those of you who are on right now. If you're like, I really want to start like a coffee business or something like that, and you buy my GoPro lemonade system today, listen, here's what I'll do for you. Buy the GoPro, and then when the other one's ready, I'll give you that one too for free. Okay, is that cool? So you just have to let me know. So that's in the pipeline, and then I'm going to make another general one that's all about food. Okay, but that's down the road. We're about to step into our festival season, and we're going to get a little bit busy. So I won't have time to get into that stuff until May. All right, so let's keep rolling. So yes, we do train people how to start coffee operations, food. We have a kettle corn business. We have a lot of different stuff that I showed you before. So if you have ideas, we can teach you how to do it. We can plug your idea into our system, okay? And if you guys ever want to get private coaching with me, which is really great for a lot of people who want to get a little bit on the fast track, and that's also available for you guys. And if you want coaching from me, you guys, just actually in the chat box, go ahead and write your email in there so I can send you an email and give you a link to that, because it's not in this presentation. Okay, so yes, training. Our training does go far and wide. There's someone interested. There's a couple people interested in coffee and donuts right now. We run coffee, and actually this year we're switching our donuts to coffee and waffles. So we're doing our coffee and waffles. Why? Because we don't want to deal with fryers. And there's always a method to all the madness that we do. Something that's cool about me is I test so much stuff, and when it works, I share it with you guys. Okay, so I've tested the coffee and donuts. You know what? It works amazingly well, really well. But I'm more focused around beverage, so I try to keep my food concepts really simple, because our beverage gets so incredibly busy that it's important to really be mindful of what your operation includes. So I didn't want to deal with fryers, right? So I'm testing this year. I've decided to go with waffles, fresh. They're called Liège Belgian waffles, and I'll teach you guys how to do that too if you want. So here is our coffee. We actually offer full coffee, just in case one of you guys right now is like, oh man, I really want to start a coffee business. I want a full package. We offer full packages. Here's an example of a full package. If you guys are interested in this, just send me an email. You can email me at, we have a number of different ways to contact me, but you could get me at josh@justsqueezejuice.com. That's a great way to get a hold of me. And you can say, hey, I'm interested in coffee business or whatever else, and I'm happy to show you what we have. So here are some example. This is an example of a coffee package that we have available. Okay. Yes, it's expensive. This one starts at $15,000. It includes all the training. Includes me as a coach, and it even includes me coming to some of your festivals, you coming to some of ours. There's two packages available from 15 to 20 grand. So it's more expensive, but the people who want all the best equipment, all the best training right off the bat, don't kind of a turnkey operation, then we have those for you. Now, again, I encourage you guys to do this stuff on your own and save the money, but I'm just letting you know it's available if you want it. Okay. Same with our lemonade business. We have turnkey packages that start at $10,000 and go up to 20. If you're interested, just send me an email, josh@justsqueezejuice.com. Okay. Actually, I'll punch in my email here. I think it comes up in your answer box or whatever. Josh at justsqueezedjuice.com. If you guys have any questions for me. Dexter has a question. What is missing in my business? License, permits, everything I have done. The event coordinators covered all permits, but since I plan to expand, I know I'm going to need these documents. Yep. So we go into all those basic things: license, permits, insurance, all the stuff that you need to do to get rolling. And then, it changes a little bit state by state, but for the most part, but we show you how to research and how to find all those answers. Okay, Dexter. So yeah. So hopefully that answered your question. I think I answered your question, Dexter. If not, let me know. Signs and menus. So check out bannersonthecheap.com. That's a cool place. I actually order my banners there. It's incredibly cheap. Really cool resource. Again, I'm going to give you guys a free training about how to create your own menus and logos, even your own logo. So it's important to develop your logo. The cooler you can make the business, the better it's going to be. Trust me right now, if you can develop a cool logo, if you can develop a good menu that looks good and a good look to your business, you need to look good, you guys. You need to look good. If you want people to line up for your stuff, if you want to get into festivals, you have to make your company look good. You have to make your stuff look good. So this will show you how to make really professional, great stuff for free. So here's some resources: PicMonkey.com and Canva.com. If you're already creative, go on there and you can probably figure it out on your own. But I will give you that free training. I'll give you access to that. If you want that free training, just put in your email right now in the question box, and I'll get you those trainings. Okay, but you got to put your name in there so that I can know who needs them, so I can email it to you. And an advanced tool that I use and still use, but it's pretty darn complicated, and I don't recommend it if you don't already know it, is Adobe Illustrator. It's like what the professional people use in Photoshop and stuff like that. So, all right, but I wouldn't recommend it. I recommend these two on the left, PicMonkey and Canva, to start designing your own stuff. Here are some examples of some of the stuff that I've designed. Our lemonade menu, one of our cold brew menus for our coffee business, and there's our coffee menu that I created using these tools. Okay, so you can create really cool stuff. All right. So number 6, the start. We have 2 left, you guys. Thanks for hanging in there. I have a hard time getting through my stuff quickly, I guess. I'm trying to talk fast. Thanks for hanging in there. We are getting really close to the end and to the bonuses and to the prices and to the offers that I'm giving you today, and save $100 and all that kind of stuff. So number 6, the start. Climb to the top, right? So my question to you is, have you already started? Have you started this business already? Have you guys started? Type it in the chat box or in the question box. Type it on the right there. Have you guys started yet? And if not, when do you plan on starting? When do you plan on starting? This summer? Now? Like today? Do you want to start right now? I recommend it. This takes time. You got to start planning and getting stuff ready. Okay, you're in a prime time right now to get this stuff rolling. Okay. Hey, Rich, I see your email. Thanks, man. I'll give you that. I'll email you a little bit later. So, okay. So have you started yet? So, and Gina, I got your email. Cool. Thank you. All you guys. Thank you very much. Let me answer some of these questions. Greg's plan on starting this week. Good, man. It is perfect timing right now. Please don't hesitate right now. If you're thinking you want to do this, you better just, like, this is me pushing you a little bit. You're in a prime time right now. You wait much longer and you're kind of starting to go up against the clock with the summertime. Okay. So right now you're still in the window. So I recommend you getting on top of things right now. So good, Greg. Gina's saying, I haven't started, but plan on starting in a month. Okay, Gina, but you need to start preparing. So again, timing is pretty essential right now because we are going into the season. Our season, this is my last webinar for a little while. So for those of you who have been on some of my past webinars, I've been doing a lot in the last during the whole winter. It's because it's my off season, right? I create a lot of new training stuff in my off season, but I'm about to dive into my festival season. We start in California. We're in California for all of April. We are going to the Coachella Music Festival. So if any of you guys are there, come by and say hello. And we'll be at Stagecoach Music Festival. Again, come by and say hello if any of you guys are there. It'd be cool to meet you guys. I always love meeting my clients and potential customers. It's always really fun for me. So, Maureen, what about festivals that change per? I think you're trying to say charge per a percentage on your sales and fees to get in the festivals. Hey, Maureen. Yeah, Maureen, you bought our program last week. Thank you for buying. That's great. Welcome to and Maureen, did you sign up for the? Yes, you did. I think you signed up for the Mastery Club, which is great. Very good. And you said you're moving to Florida in June, and by August you hope to start. Okay, cool. So just get started. You've already bought the stuff, so just hopefully you've dived into all that stuff, and you're starting to learn, and you need to start putting out those applications. Okay. So festivals, you're back to your question, festivals that charge a percentage. Yes, some of our big shows charge us percentages, and that is fine. It's an example for our Coachella Music Festival. They charge us an upfront security fee. So like a fee. So the fee actually isn't even that much. It's only $1,000. And that secures our spot. And then they take a percentage of our sales. So percentage of sales in big shows is actually pretty crazy and pretty heavy. So upwards of 40%, which is insane. Some of you might be like, your draws might have just dropped. You're like, what the heck? Yes, it's a lot of money, but they are amazing festivals. Some of these festivals, depending on how you operate, for us, we not all the time, depending on the show, but most of our stuff, we're bringing in six figures, so over $100,000 per event. So is it worth giving up that percentage? Absolutely, yes, because you're paying for an incredible location, an incredible opportunity. Okay, so yes, so don't be scared by that. Some of our other great shows, like we have a fair where we don't pay a percentage, and our spots are in the $2,000 to $3,000 range per location, and we don't pay a percentage, and we make a ton of profits and a ton of money. Such a great show for us. So it works both ways. So don't be scared by either way. Just do both of them and test them. See what works best for you. But percentages can be really good. Okay. But it's all about we kind of go into like the training aspect of how to pick, or not the training, the research aspect of how to kind of pick your shows so that you pick better shows because there's going to be shows that aren't so good. So we want to open you guys to researching the best opportunities so that you're not wasting your time, you're not wasting money, right? We want you to make money from the get-go and not waste time, okay? So the start, you can climb to the top like I've done, or you can take the ski lift, right? I'm a skier. If any of you guys are skiers, you can obviously climb to the top of the mountain, or you can take the ski lift. Of course, we're offering you the ride to the top with my training, so you don't have to climb to the top all on your own. All right. So how the heck does all this start? Well, in my opinion, it's simple. Like Maureen last week when she was on Maureen was on our training, I think that was 2 weeks ago, and she decided to go for it. She decided to take action, and that was the first step. You got to make a choice, and you got to just go for it. These pictures right here, you might be wondering why the heck is there a picture of a downhill ski racer on there. I used to downhill ski race when I was a teenager into my 20s, and I had to, really make a choice when I was at the top of that mountain and I was about to dive into a race, right? And I was about to go 80 plus miles per hour and put my life on the line. I had to first train like crazy to get there. I had to have a plan. And actually, in those, if you don't know, I don't know if you've ever seen athletes do this, but athletes they'll actually close their eyes and go through the course in their head. Okay. And actually, that's a technique that I learned through being an athlete that I actually use in business, which some of you might be like, that's super weird. But let me tell you, that works. And what do I mean? It means that so obviously as an athlete, as a ski racer at the time, you close your eyes, and before you actually start your race, you go through the course, you memorize the course, and you go through the course as, winning the race. Okay. You visualize it happening. Okay. If you see Olympic athletes, you watch them do this. This is what they do. Why do you think they're Olympic athletes? Because they can see themselves winning already. So same thing goes for business. I'll do that in quiet time before my shows, like right now in preparation. I do that every night. So you can call it meditation. You can call it what you want. You can do it quietly as you work. You can do it as you drink a cup of coffee. You can do it as you lay in bed before you sleep. But I visualize our success for our upcoming show. And I set goals for money. And I share those goals with my top managers so that they know what we're about to dive into, and they have the same goals. And I encourage them to do the same thing, because what that happens, that visualization creates reality. And listen, some of you might think that's airy fairy fluffiness, weird, crazy stuff. But for me, it actually is an absolute reality, because it's proven itself to be true. So that's what these pictures are about. And that's also stuff that we go to into on a deeper level, especially that's where you find that kind of stuff in our mastery club. Okay. So we go into the bigger picture of how to really step into being a super professional business person. Okay. That can bring your stuff to some crazy levels, some really crazy levels. So very quickly, brand new to the business, right now you have to choose. Do you want to open a fixed location? So you want to start something in your town? Okay, I'm not gonna go through this. I'm gonna zip through this right now. So you have to decide, do you want to start a location in your town? Okay, like we did in the beginning. I'll show you a picture in a sec. Or do you want to do a mobile business like we went into very quickly, doing festivals? I recommend festivals. They're amazing. But a location in your town can also be amazing if it's the right location. Okay? It can be really good, very lucrative. So don't be opposed to that. So here's obviously left side, festival or an event, like that's a street fair right there. Right side, that's an example of a location that you could do in your town. That's my hometown of Santa Fe, New Mexico. That's an example of, if you can see my cursor right now, right behind this corner right here, you could put a little cart. You could put a hot dog cart, a lemonade cart, a coffee cart, or any kind of cart, a kettle corn cart. This is private property, actually. So I would negotiate with the owner of this business. By the way, this guy owns a t-shirt shop. And you would go in there and you'd say, hey, can I, you're not using this space. I'd like to use this space. I'll give you a percentage of my business, or I'll give you an upfront fee per month, negotiate a small fee in the beginning, maybe a small fee plus a percentage or something like that. And you could get this location. Okay. That's how I did it in the very beginning. And I went and got my permits from the city, and we teach you how to do all that stuff. So that's just a cool way to get started for really, really cheap. Okay. This is my first location. It was in Santa Fe on a part of town called Canyon Road, where all the galleries were. So I set up my cart in this courtyard. I actually negotiated zero rent. because I just kind of sold it as an opportunity for their people to have a nice little lemonade stand, a lemonade cart. It was just a little cart, all fresh squeezed, really great product. We did really well at that location. But we got invited to do a festival pretty quick and started to learn how to do festivals and make way more money. Let me give you a really quick example of money. This location right here was, looking back on it now, it wasn't very much money, but it was a great way to get started. We were making like $100 to $200 a day, and I was open for, I was open for 5 days a week, so it was kind of normal because I was just learning how to do all this stuff. So I was making like, $500-$700 a week. That was about, so looking back on it, not a lot of money, but depends on where you are. Everything is relative to where you are right now. Great way to start. But when we did our first festival, which was literally 3 weeks later, because one of our customers came up and invited me to their festival. They loved our lemonade and they're like, hey, want to do our festival? So I said, yes, of course. And we did our first festival, which was the Spanish Market in Santa Fe. And we made $3,000 for a weekend show. It was I think it was a 2-day. It might have been a 3-day show. I think it was a 2-day show. We made $3,000. So you can see right away, I was like, wow, I can make a lot of money at these festivals. And then I started doing a lot more festivals and I started making a lot more money. Okay, so let me check on questions and we're going to dive into the last part here, which is the operation. And Marine is saying Florida has all year festivals. Absolutely. So you're wanting to start in August. Yeah, actually, you know what, Marine, their season is almost kind of opposite. Their season, I heard, starts more in September. So you might be perfect. You might have perfect timing for Florida. And Marine, are you doing the lemonade business? Is that what you're going to do? Remind me. Because I've done business in Florida. So in the Concession Club, talk to me about this. Ask me those questions because I can really help you with specifically, Marine, how to help you in Florida because I was there and I've done business there. Okay. And I've come across different things in Florida where I've had success and I've had some problems too. So, which is normal. You guys have to realize that you have to know that there's not always problems. We want you to avoid problems, right? But, we live on planet Earth. There's always problems. So you have to be able to know how to conquer these things and push forward if and when you are faced with them. Okay. So Maureen's asking, what are the percentages we should give? Well, if you're finding a location, right? Let's just say, here's what I would do. If you're finding a location in your town and you're like, hey, I really want to set up my lemonade cart and show them pictures and look how cool it is and tell them about your operation and show them your name. And hopefully you create your own cool name and all that. I would start with trying to make a deal like, how about I give you 10% of my sales? Okay, try to make a flat percentage based deal. No monthly rental. That way you have no risk. So try it. All right, try it. That's what I would try. Or I would even, like I did, you saw, I negotiated a free rent. You could try that too. Depends on the situation. It depends on who owns the property. Okay, so you could try free, you could go to a percentage, or you could go to something cheap it depends on the location. The location is phenomenal. I'm willing to spend a lot of money. Today, because we make a lot of money, I would be willing to spend a lot of money on a location per month, right? I would spend, if it were an amazing location, I would spend $1,000, $2,000, $3,000, $5,000 a month if it brought in, $20,000 a month. It depends on the location. So you're going to have to learn how to do that stuff and be able to recognize different situations. So Dexter's saying, I've applied for 3 events for May. I'm in 2 of them and waiting to hear. That's awesome, Dexter. Good for you. Very cool, man. Very cool. So, Dexter, what did you already tell me? What do you have? A lemonade business? Let me know what you have. because my stuff will help you get into more shows and make it better, and you'll be able to make more money, Dexter, from the very first show, no doubt. Please trust me on this. It's true. Like, we really can help you. I'm not just being a salesman when I say that. Anne is saying, I want to start by April, no later than May, but I have to get my lemon press, which I can order until the end of this month. But in the meantime, I'm going to the corporation in the city to find out if they will allow me to set up in the, sorry, this is really hard to read in here because I have to scroll. Set up in the city. It's a long one. Set up in the city. And sorry, you guys, it's crazy. This box is tiny on this program. I can barely see this without having to scroll. Set up in the city. If not, I have to look for a good location, get my cart built, and get my supplies. Do you think I can make it in the industry in a small community like Bermuda? Should I just stick to events in Bermuda? I have, and I'm just being honest, I know nothing about business in Bermuda. You have to research it. This is what I would do. Find out how many events are there. Find out, is anyone else doing lemonade in Bermuda? If not, Anne, you are in such a beautiful situation. If no one is doing lemonade yet, Anne, in Bermuda, oh my gosh almighty, you are in such a great situation. So please just get started with it. Research, find out, call your local city. What is that? What are those places called? Oh gosh, I can never think of the words. Call your local place where they advise all of they tell about all the other the local events and stuff. I'm sorry, I can't think of the right words. Do some research and get on the phone, make some phone calls, and Chamber of Commerce. There you go, Chamber of Commerce. Call your local Chamber of Commerce and ask them. Okay, but that you're in a great situation actually with that. So number 7, the operation. Okay, number 7, the operation. So here we go. This is a picture of some of our employees. This is one of my main guys, Nick. This is actually a rental truck that that I was talking about. This is a picture of Coachella. This is just to show you guys how we do it, right? So we rent a truck. This is all of our supplies for our coffee and actually for our salad stand. We load this up and then we resupply as needed. This is one of our ice little golf cart things. It's called the Cushman, and we load our ice into it. You don't need stuff like this, not in the beginning. You don't need to worry about kind of stuff like this, but you need to know how to plan to get ice and all that kind of stuff. Okay, so the operation is about how to plan for all those things. So here are some really simple resources for those of you who live in North America. And I don't know if Bermuda has Costco or Sam's. You can let me know. But Costco or Sam's, you can get a lot of stuff at Costco and Sam's. We buy huge amounts of sugar from those places and other product too. And Restaurant Depot, if you have it, is a great place to buy produce. Actually, you can buy almost everything at Restaurant Depot if you have it. They're not everywhere. We buy our earth-friendly biodegradable cups from a place called Eco Products. And I'll tell you about the refill bottle stuff. I only tell the customer. So that's all in our training. We do pass our prices on to you. I'm working a deal right now where I can get you guys my prices. So I'm working on that for you guys right now. Okay, so let's see. And here's some more. I have a couple questions here. So Maureen is saying, yeah, 10 to 25%. Yeah, exactly. So question from Maureen, have you done state fairs? I would like to do them because of the day, some fair gone as 15 to 20 a day. Sorry, I don't understand. You're asking me if I've done fairs. Absolutely. I've done fairs and I do fairs. And I've done about 6 different state fairs. We've done New York, California, Louisiana, Oh my God, I'm trying to think through the years. New Mexico, New Mexico State Fair is one of our big shows. We've been doing it from the very beginning. I still do it. It's one of our best shows. It's the only fair I still do. Um, so so fairs are really, really great. I recommend trying to get into your fair. And it might take a little while to get into it, but I recommend you applying and reapplying and reapplying until you get into it and going in and making a relationship with these people, because getting into a fair is your security for your future. My fair is we're at such an amazing level of business with that fair that if I wanted to, I could just work once a year. That fair is 12 days long, and I'm just telling you guys the power of this. But we could just, if I wanted to, do other things in my life and even have all kinds of different other businesses. I could just run that fair once a year, make still make six figures in my life, and only work once a year, right? For 12 days, so pretty amazing stuff. So yes, fairs are amazing, and I recommend them in the biggest of ways. Okay, Ann, I got your email. Thank you for that. Okay, Ann. Okay, yeah, sure. I'll send. You got to leave for work. Sorry, I didn't get to the punch here. You're gonna. No problem. I'll email you with all of the links. Okay, this is going so long, and I apologize to you guys. I'll email you the links so that you can buy the program if you so decide. Okay, and all the stuff you need to know. So look for that a little bit later. Will I repeating this webinar? Yeah, I'll be repeating it, and I'll put it up as a replay too. So you can watch the replay, okay? And there'll be some links on there too. So I'll email you and I'll send you all that stuff. Can you set up a payment plan with me for all the things I need? Absolutely. I'm willing to work with you guys in whatever ways you need help with, okay? So no problem. We'll see you later, Ann. So in Florida, Maureen is saying she has 50 county and state fairs. Wow, amazing. Yeah, cool. We did a fair in Florida once. It wasn't that good. I didn't do it. I sent my crew to do it, and I'll have to remember which one it was. And my opinion of not good and your opinion of not good is different. Like, there was still money made there. It's just that I need to make bigger profits for me to send my guys out on the road, and that's what that situation was all about. Okay, so in this training program, you guys get resources, you get our suppliers, you get the how-tos, how to order and how much. You get what the equipment that you guys need, the ice and water solutions, how you do it all, right? Plus a whole lot more stuff. And if there's ever anything missing, like I said before, even in my Lemonade training program, Maureen, if there's anything missing, because she's a customer listening to this right now, if there's something missing, you reach out to me and you say, hey, what about this? And I can create and I can add that to the training for you. Okay, I'm happy to do that. I want to do that so that I can make it better and better. Okay, fair enough. I'm going to skip through this part, but this is just talking about business growth. Starting with a cart, moving into a stand, adding a cart, adding another cart, adding a third, fourth, fifth cart, adding a second stand. That's how we've done it. If you want to build with me, I can show you how to do it. That's what we've done. We have some festivals where we have as many as 10 running concepts at a time. Lemonade stands, right? I have a show. I'll give you the New Mexico State Fair as an example. We have 4 lemonade stands running. We have two iced tea stands running. We have 1 coffee stand running. We have a sausage stand running, and we have a kettle corn business running, all within the same event. If you want to go there, I can teach you how to do it. That's what the Concession Business Mastery Club is all about. It's about building small and starting small rather, and building into a bigger company, going as big as you want. Some people don't want to do that. No problem. I get it. Like, if you want to keep stuff simple, no problem. That's cool with me. It's all up to you. Okay. But I'm just telling you that it's available there. It's available for you to learn from. So I'm asking you guys the question right now, and we're almost there. You guys, we're on the home stretch right here. How big or small do you guys want to go? It doesn't matter. You don't have to answer me. That's up to you. We have the resources. We have the training to back you up no matter how big or small you want to go. Okay? And I encourage you though, if you're in the business and you want to grow and you're ready and you're excited to grow, I suggest number one, adding a second cart, okay, or adding a second stand, okay, so that you can learn how the power of creating teams and creating more money potential. Okay, so I've already talked about this stuff, but this is just a picture of one of our trucks that we own. But you can buy a truck like this. You can buy it. We bought this on truckpaper.com. I've bought multiple trucks on Craigslist, on eBay. Just do your due diligence and research the heck out of it, and be careful of what you buy. If you want to stay on the safe side, you can rent really cool trucks on enterprisetrucks.com or rider.com, or of course U-Haul and all that kind of stuff. Okay, so start. You don't have to buy a bunch of stuff. You can rent stuff in the beginning. So here we go, you guys. We're wrapping it up. Why it's time right now. Why are you here today? Okay, you want either number one, you know how much money there's to be made in the business because you've seen with your own eyes the lines of vendors at the festivals. You're one of those people who've been in my lines maybe, or you've been in other lines. You're like, holy crap, this is really cool. I want to do this. Number two, you want to have a business that gives you the ability to work half the year, okay? You want to work half the year so you can play and relax the other half, right? That's why we do it, and that's why I want to teach you guys how to do it. The same as how we do it, right? I give you that blueprint of how we do it. Or number three, you're ready to learn from a proven system that will guide you through step by step how to accomplish it all, like exactly what we're talking about. So it is time to learn the awesome, okay? Here's some of our this is us on the road, some of our trucks, and here's a camper we're hauling in one of our little Cushman and one of our rental trucks. So again, you guys don't have to get caught up with having and owning all the right stuff. You can rent a lot of this stuff. So do you guys right now, I'm asking you, do you have the time to figure all of this out on your own? So many of us, we all want to figure it out on our own, right? I did. And guess how long it took me to really, really, really master and be awesome at this stuff? I noticed it took me 10 years to really, even though we were really stepping into big money in the beginning, I had to figure out costs. I had to figure out hiring. I had to go through so much heartache, so many problems, times where I was literally in the gutter feeling like I was getting kicked, and kind of crappy things too, where I got stolen from, and lots of things that I wouldn't want you to have to go through. So, and it takes time. So that's why we're here. Okay, we're here to train you. We're here to show you the right way right now. So it's time to make a choice right now for you. It's time to make a choice. Here's a really quick, I'm going to give you guys a couple of quick testimonials so you know that we're actually teaching real people. I could give you guys phone numbers. They would get on the phone with you and give high recommendations for my coaching and for my program. We have some really amazing, cool people already in the program, and I'm wanting to build this company or this program rather into a really amazing community of people like you guys. Okay. It's important to me to attract the right people so that I can work with cool people, because I'm working with you guys, right? I have to spend a lot of my time and my energy teaching you guys, and I want to teach people who really want to, go for this, embrace this, and learn from us, and step forward and go for it. So you probably already read it. Really quickly, Sam says, good, amazing, wonderful stuff you are sharing. You've been a huge help to me. Thank you so much for showing me how to get started. When I was envisioning finding gold, praying, I didn't expect lemons, but you put the gold nuggets right in front of me. Sam started a coconut water business and is doing extremely well. He's had some up and downs, just to be truthful, but he's also got private coaching from me, and he's building his business bigger and bigger and bigger. And he's an amazing, amazing guy. And I have one more testimony coming up here in a second. What should this cost? $550? No, I'm not going to charge you that. $297? Yes, that's the normal price. Okay, that's the price. If you go on my website right now, justsqueezejuice.com, it's $297. That's the cost every day. But today, because you're on the webinar, I'm giving it to you guys for $197. It's $100 savings. just put in the promo code ACTION. Okay, I'm going to show you here more in a second. So join me, you guys. Thank you for sticking this out, and I have more stuff coming up. Don't leave yet. Join me right now. I call this program Squeezeversity. It's getting better and better and better. This is our third version. Okay, I started with back 4 years ago. My first version was Lemonade Cash Secrets. My second version was the Squeeze, and this is our newest version, Squeezeversity, and it's by far the best. And we're adding more and more awesome content into it daily. So really awesome stuff. Join me, you guys. I'm really excited that you're here. So here's how you do it. You can go to my website, justsqueezejuice.com/lemonade. I'll put it in the question box here. And let me just try to copy and paste this. Copy and paste this for you guys. But that's not a live link in there. You guys actually have to copy. And if you don't know how to do that stuff, you have to copy and paste it for it to work. But hopefully you guys are savvy enough to just spell out justsqueezejuice.com/lemonade. And that'll bring you to our sales page. After you look at the different products, what I'm offering the deal on today is the GoPro lemonade system. There are other products in there that are cheaper. Okay, so if you don't want to invest as much, no problem. You can there's different prices in there, and you can check them out. You can check out the sales page and look through it. But if you want the GoPro lemonade system and get $100 off, okay, just punch in ACTION, hit apply, and it'll knock off $100 today. All right, so that's for you guys. Here's our website. If you can't figure it out, just go to our website, justsqueezejuice.com, and go to the Lemonade Business School tab. Click on Lemonade Business School, and you get to the same place. Okay? So most of you have already been there, so you know how to get to justsqueezejuice.com. So yes, I offer a 100% money back guarantee. When you guys invest with me, you're totally covered. If you get in there, it's a 30-day guarantee. If you get in there and you're like, this is not for me, it's not what I was expecting, I'll give you your money back, no problem. I always say this, please be respectful. I've worked very hard on this. I've put my heart and hard sweat and tears into this program, and it's all real stuff. So I offer you to honor and respect that. Don't take advantage of that guarantee. That's all I'm saying. Be honest about it. Okay, but it is there if you need it. And here is another one of our awesome students, Jennifer, who we love dearly. She is, let me read it first and I'll go into her story. I've learned tons of priceless info from Josh in his Lemonade Business Training Program and feel I couldn't have been more successful and confident going into business without him. Josh is a great coach, and his kind and down-to-earth style make it so easy to follow. He helps solidify the philosophy of thinking big and outside of the box and knowing that you are the key to becoming as successful as you want to be. Learning this business through Josh has completely opened my eyes to a whole new life outside of the 9-to-5 world where I no longer felt fulfilled. Josh and his program have started me on the path to the life and lifestyle I've always dreamed of having. So that's Jennifer, and we thank you too, Jennifer. She's awesome. She actually bought one of our turnkey packages, one of our higher dollar stuff last year. We set her completely up, her and her partner, Michelle, her business partner, Michelle, and her best friend, who are two of my favorite ladies in the world. The cool part is when you do the bigger stuff with us, and we really love you guys, we invite you into our business. So these girls they come to our shows. Jennifer's come to multiples of our shows, and I actually hire her to be one of our managers. So she comes in, she's coming to Coachella. She's going to be our team manager. So because she's really good with people, I recognize people's strengths, and she's coming in. She's going to be our team manager, meaning that she helps me manage all of our employees, because at that show, we have 20 employees and a lot of logistics. And she comes in and she helps me do that so that I don't have to, so I can focus on all the other stuff that needs to be focused on. So that's the cool part of when you do some of the bigger stuff with us, we invite you in if you're the right fit. Okay. So that's just an example of how we do business. So you guys, let it rip. You can save $100 right now. Special, of course, $197. Again, go to justsqueezejuice.com/lemonade. If you're having issues, you can always write me at info@justsqueezejuice.com if you're having problems. All right, if you need specific solutions or whatever. If you want more information on our higher dollar stuff, go ahead and send me an email at info@justsqueezejuice.com or josh@justsqueezejuice.com. Okay, and so sign up, act now. Okay, this is an action. This is the Take Action promo code. And again, this is the last time I'm offering this. So if you guys are kind of like on the fence and like wondering if I should do this or not, if you wait, you're gonna have to pay $297. So this is kind of the last chance you got to get it for $197. And when you sign up with this stuff, you guys get the first month of the Business Mastery Club completely free, which is $167 value. Okay, you get it for free. Okay, so that's really cool. And here's how you do that. I'm actually going to show you. If you want to do it all in one place, you can go to one more place. And I want to confuse you guys, but I'm trying to keep this as simple as possible. If you want to join both right now, which I highly recommend, especially because I'm giving this Mastery Club away for free, which is kind of crazy, for free for the first month. Go to justsqueezejuice.com/mastery club. Okay, /mastery club. And here's what it's going to look like. This is the page that you're going to end up on. And you just need to scroll down to the bottom. And this is what is at the bottom. Okay, it's justsqueezejuice.com/mastery club. And here's what's at the bottom. You can first, number one, you click on here to sign up for the GoPro Lemonade system and get it for the discounted price like I just explained. You just put in action into the promo code. And then number two, right? Number two, you click here and you join the club. It'll all go into your shopping cart and put in your details, add in your credit card and all that kind of stuff that we ask for. Hit the submit, which is your declaration to I'm ready to get this stuff started and I'm joining up and let's go. Take action, bam, let's do this. All right, that's what I'm offering you guys today. Okay, so that's it. I'm going to now go into answering any other questions you guys have. Please, I encourage you, do not hesitate. Step forward, go for this stuff. If you're feeling like this is right, just go for it. I mean, that's what I've learned in my life. I've gone and look, I'm not trying to be a sales guy here. I know maybe I'm coming off as a sales guy here, but when I feel like I'm ready for something, I go for it. And because of that, my life has really drastically gone in amazing places, right? I've made a lot of money in my career. I've built obviously these really cool companies and I've been successful in a lot of different ways. Not because I'm special. I'm just like you. I am a normal person, but I take a risk in that I'm willing to take that leap. I'm willing to try it. Okay, and I've tried to make this as painless and affordable as I possibly could so that I could help as many people as I can. Okay, so hopefully you guys are on board and cool with all that. So again, here's all the stuff. I'll leave it here. Actually, I'll leave it here so you can see justsqueezejuice.com/mastery club. So let's answer some questions and then we're going to wrap this up. This is epically long. Holy crap. I can't believe we've been on this webinar for over 2 hours. You guys are amazing. I can't believe every single one of you is still on here. Wow. Good. This is good stuff. All right. Questions. Any other questions? We're going to wrap. We're 10 minutes or less of questions, and then we are done. I actually have an appointment that I got to run off to, so we have to wrap this up quick. Okay. Maureen, I missed half of the webinar. How can I see it again? Maureen, no worries. I'll do a replay, okay? So you'll look for it in it takes me a while. It'll be tomorrow before you see the replay. So just, Maureen, look for your look for an email, okay, from me tomorrow, and make sure that all my emails, you guys, don't go to your spam or anything like that. Make sure it goes to your main email so that you see all my stuff. Rich, I'm not getting these pictures. What does that mean? Rich, are you saying you can't see something? So I'm not sure what that means, Rich. And Marine is saying lemonade, blueberry, strawberry, peach, children flavors, snowball flavors. Okay, cool. So those are specific things that we can talk about later, Marine. Dexter, where do I find good employees? This is what I do for employees. Number one, you have to know how to write a good ad, which I give you. I give you my ads. I give you like 3 or 4 different ads that I've created. All right, they're just I put them into a folder for you guys, and you can just copy and paste them. Okay, Dexter. So, but how do you do it? I find them first. Okay, write the good ad, which I've done for you, and then I use Craigslist. Craigslist has actually been great. I use Craigslist. But you have to know where to place those ads. I suggest placing them in either food and beverage, or sometimes I also place them under gigs and events. Okay, and almost everywhere in the country. Of course, this is in North America again. I don't actually know. Craigslist is worldwide. But most of the time it's free. Not always, but usually gigs. This is a kind of a trick. Usually under gigs, under events and gigs, usually that's always for free. Sometimes Dexter, they'll try to charge you for posting under, jobs, but not all the time. So just go in there. That's how we do it. But we give you the template, Dexter, to do that the right way. Yeah, Chamber of Commerce. Thank you, Greg. I figured that out after struggling with it for 5 minutes. Dexter, lemonade only business. I want bigger, better events and know how logistics, employees, retention. Yeah, kind of. So yeah, man, you want to get bigger events. Of course, that's the goal. Or actually, you know what, Dexter? Sometimes you can get small to medium size events, but just better ones. And I have a really amazing technique that I share with you guys. And actually, I'm just thinking about this now. I don't think it's in the training. So you guys need to remind me when you buy this, you need to remind me, hey, Josh, give me this part of the training, how to create. Okay, and I want to create this for you guys, or I want to give this to you guys. I just haven't put it in there. How to create the possibility of being a sponsor at events. This is something that I stumbled upon. That's really a cool little trick that we use sometimes. We don't need to use it as much, but it's really awesome for the beginning. And one of my students uses it. He uses it 100% for his company right now, which is awesome. So that's a really cool technique, Dexter, is so we share that and how to do that. And you can save money, and you can build really great possibilities, even at smaller to medium sized events, and rule that event. Okay. So that's a cool thing to do. All right. Cool, Marine. Yeah, Marine is just sharing some stuff as far as the events that she wants to do. Jazz festivals and weekly farmers markets. Yeah, farmers markets are great, you guys. Go in and try to. That's a great way to start. Is farmers markets. She's sharing another one. Caribbean festivals. Yes, I've done some Caribbean festivals. I've done a lot of reggae festivals back. I used to love reggae when I was younger, and I still do. But so Caribbean carnivals and lots of possibilities. Yeah, Marine, fairs are longer, 15 to 20 days. So that can be a really great moneymaker. So most of my shows are actually 3 to 4 days. And we have 2 shows that are, one's 10 and one's 12. And they're great, really great shows, bringing in over 6 figures. Actually, even our smaller ones are 3 to 4 birthday shows bring in six figures too, which is amazing, unbelievable. But don't expect that right off the bat, you guys. Let's be realistic, but I'll train you how to do it. I'll show you how to do it. Got your email, Dexter. Thank you, my friend. I'll send you the information. And Gina's asking, how can I purchase equipment for you? Gina, did you make sure I get your email? Put your email in here, and I will be sure to, I'm going to send you guys all an email with, no matter if you want it or not, I'm going to send you a resource of all the stuff that we offer. Okay. It'll be equipment that we offer, trainings that we offer, all the different stuff that we offer. All be in one email for you guys. Okay. So hopefully that'll be helpful, and you guys can check out everything that we are offering out to the public. Okay. All right. Marina's saying, I have everything you have talked about in the package already, because Marine signed up 2 weeks ago. Awesome. Yep. You're welcome, Marine. Glad that you're enjoying it. So Marine's also saying that she wants to start small and then move into big events. So perfect. That's the way to go. And Martin, hey, Martin. Welcome, Martin. Martin bought back in January. Yes, of course. I remember, Martin. So you bought Squeeziversity back in January. Fantastic. He says, thank you. Hey, Martin, can you write me a testimonial? I haven't got one from you yet. Send it to me, man. That would be really great. I'd like to feature you guys. It's fun to feature you guys. Write me a testimonial. So has anything changed that I need to get? Well, the only thing, Marty, I think you go by, is Marty, please sign up for the Concession Business Mastery Club. You get it for free, my friend, okay? Sign up. Go to, you can either go to justsqueezejuice.com/mastery club, Marty, or you can go to justsqueezejuice.com/CBMC. I'll put it in here. justsqueezejuice.com/customer, or rather Concession Business Mastery Club. We call it Concession or CBMC. Okay. So there you go, Marty. And Marty, if you're having a problem, I can send you an email to him. No problem, my friend. Great to see you, Marty. Hopefully there's not as much snow. I remember you sending me a picture of all that snow you had in Maine. You guys have gotten a ton of snow this year. Lucky you. We've got no snow in the Northwest. I actually love snow, and it's been just really warm here. You're welcome, Marine. Have a great day. And the rest of you guys, sign up now. Get on it. Rich, I'm not sure what you're saying yeah to, but it's taking me a while to get through these. Oh, man. Yeah, Rich, you're saying you couldn't see the pictures. Huh? Was anyone else having problems seeing pictures? I hope to God not. Cool. And that's it, you guys. No more questions. So we are at a record-breaking 2 hours and 20 minutes, which is way too long for a webinar. Unbelievably, you all are still here, except for one who had to go to work. And thank you for joining us, and I'll send you guys all the replay. You guys are all amazing. I appreciate each and every one of you. I look forward so much to working with you. Go ahead and sign up now. This offer on the $197 program, it's the take action. Get it in gear and go for it. So do it right now, you guys. It's only live today, and then it's going away. Okay, so it's for the rest of today. You have till midnight, and then it's gone. So I encourage you to do it now. Don't ask permission from anyone. If you feel like it's right, just do it. People will try to persuade you to do other things. They'll persuade you to stick to the things that are easy and normal in life. Step outside of your comfort zone. Remember, if you buy it now and your wife yells at you later, or your girlfriend yells at you later and says, I'm going to divorce you because you bought that, then just ask for a refund and let me know the reason. Okay, but if you're feeling it and you're ready, take action, go for it, step forward and do it. You have to do this. The only way to reach better success and bigger things in life is to step forward and take action. That's the only way I've done. That's the only way that I've been able to reach the success that I have, and to continue to reach success, is because I go for stuff in my life. Okay? You guys are awesome. Take great care. I appreciate you, each and every one of you. Have an amazing, awesome day. And that's it. Adios. Talk to you later. Take care. Bye-bye, you guys.